Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and today we've got a couple different projects going. The primary focus is I'm picking up a new bulk fuel storage tank from my friend Paul Case, which means we'll get some probably funny moments from Paul, and then we're gonna pick my tractor up today. They sent me a message this morning that it's ready to be picked up. I gotta hustle over there and get it before they close today. And I've also got some channel news about a few different things that are getting ready to be happening, and maybe a little break in my upload schedule. And then the last thing, I may not even be on video, I gotta take my grandson fishing. I've made him that promise. So should be a fun day. I've got the trailer loaded up. My grandson's asleep in the truck. We're gonna get over there, get the fuel tank picked up, and I'll see you in a minute.
This was typical, and believe it or not, they made ones of these that were 500 gallon that were on stands. You might figure out too that the lid on it's not watertight. Well, I never had to worry about that. I had it inside the building. So.
I could put it in my building. I hadn't given any thought to where I was going to put it.
Or you could build a new building,
Right?
sitting by itself, away from fire hazards.
You could just build a roof over it. I don't think I ever had it filled since I'd had it in here, but I didn't always have it in here. At one time it set up there by the Quonset hut when I was living there, and I moved it over here when I figured out I could put it in this building. So there's probably about 8 years difference maybe, and I had a tank sitting there with a pump to where I could fill it up and it wasn't no hassle. It was inside of a building.
So that's got a filter on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And would you recommend, like, should I try washing it out or just use it?
I would try putting some in it and see what the stuff you get out of it looks like. I would think it would be all right. The lid has been shut on it.
Wonder if those filters are fairly standard where I can pick
Yes,
one
they
up.
are. That one there is see where it says goldenrod on the side of it? That's going to be the brand of the housing that it is, but you can go into O'Reilly and tell them I've got a overhead fuel tank with a filter on it.
Well, let's see if we can load it up and fit up to the front where I can put a tractor on with it.
I think we can do it. We can do it or die trying.
What's that, Paul? You have a story to tell?
Yeah, I got a story and then you've got to go.
Yeah.
There was a guy that got pulled over by the highway patrolman, and the highway patrolman done what they usually do. He come up to his car and he says, "Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?" And the guy looks him right in the eye and says, "Because you seen me before I seen you."
That's it. After not having anything for a long time, Deere has 4 skid loaders up there and a little tiny, like 17 horse mini excavator. They've got a couple of 1025s, a 2032, 2038. Man, that looks a lot different than my tractor. Doesn't look like the same machine at all without the cab on it. What do you think about that one, bud? That one's about like mine, huh? It does have a finish mower on it. Let's go check out that finish mower. Buddy Brad at Piney Grove just got a John Deere finish mower. These are pretty similar trailer to what I got with my tractor, but I sold mine off. Papa needs a finish mower like that, right? Papa's got a lot of mowers. I always feel like I need one more. See what else they got. A 3025 here without a loader. I don't know if that loader was just taken off for that. Oh, look at this guy. That's a big disc.
Yeah, that would be helpful too.
That's got eight disc front and back on a 3032E. I didn't know it could handle that.
That would be good for tilling.
Yeah, that'd be good for the garden. I just got a new tiller, a walk behind tiller. If you guys didn't see the post, I don't know if it's still active by the time you see this, but Home Depot had $900 and $1,000 tillers for $179. Crazy deal. I jumped on it and I posted about it, and a bunch of you guys I saw were getting that same tiller. Too good of a deal to pass up. Got a bunch more of the same tractors over here, 1 series and 2 series. Now this is the machine I want, 4052 right here. She's a beaut, Clark. What do you think of that one? But you like that one better than mine, or you like mine better? Huh?
I like this one.
It's bigger, huh? You any good at driving this thing? What's that? All right, don't run into anything. Everything out here is expensive. So I've got a lot more I want to talk about in this video. I'm going to look at this 4 series over here again. I just like the 4 series. This is the size tractor I'd like to have. I'd like to have one this size and a little 25 horse, and that would be my big machine and my small machine. But it's got an MX7 on it, heavy duty John Deere brush cutter instead of Frontier. I've had quite a few messages asking me what was wrong with the tractor and why it was taking so long to get it back in action. And I thought I had done a good job of explaining the problem, but judging by those comments, there was still some confusion. So my 3-point lever is right here, and under here, there's, I'm going to get all the terminology wrong. Just get that ahead of time. Terminology will not be accurate. But there's some kind of a valve under here, and there's hard lines coming off those valves, and one of those hard lines, you've got your fitting here, it comes down and it bends, and it's just a hard line right underneath this piece of plastic had a blowout. There was like a crack and oil was shooting out of that hard line. And that hard line was bent in all kinds of unusual shapes and went all the way back to the back of the tractor. So it wasn't something I could just go grab another one. And so I called the dealership. They said, yeah, we can come pick it up, but it'll be at least a week before we can come get it. And I said, well, I don't want to wait. I'll bring it to you. Plus it's $100 for them to come get it. I said, so I'll just bring it to you. That'll get it done faster. Well, my daughter had a baby last week or 10 days ago or however long it's been, and I was keeping all the grandkids. I had other projects going, and it took me over a week to get it to them, and then it took them a few days to get it fixed. So we finally got it back. The problem was a hole in a hard line, and I talked about this before. It was really weird where that hard line's at. There's nothing that should have been rubbing it. It just had a weak spot or something, I guess. Anyway, let's get the tractor unloaded so I can get back to using it. And then I've got to figure out how to lift this tank off of here. It's not heavy at all. It's just a matter of, can I get the forks under it? I can look at all. So I'm really excited to have this bulk fuel storage. This is a 300-gallon diesel tank, and I've been going through a process that I don't love of loading up my 2 fuel tanks, my 2 50-gallon tanks, and hauling them and filling them more frequently. And with this, when it gets below half full, I will just call the fuel company and they will come out and deliver a full tank. And I like that idea a lot better, even though it's painful when you buy that first 300 gallons. But I was going to set this up in place and everything, and I've just been thinking about it with the wind we get out here and the fact this is actually kind of lightweight. I don't think I'm going to put it on there tonight, because I think what I want to do is drive some rebar in the ground and tie the stand to the rebar, because it's very lightweight. And then I want to strap the tank onto this, and I'm not really fully set up to do that for now. And I'm not 100% where I want to put it. I think I'm going to put it in the opposite end of the Quonset hut from where the sawmill is. But I'm going to give it a little more thought and make sure I do it the right way. Right now I need to go get the trailer disconnected, get my bed cover put on the truck, and then I've got a couple more things I wanted to tell you guys. All right, tell them what we caught. Is he big enough to eat? Is he small enough for bait? So what are we gonna do? Put him back. He's a nice looking fish though. I know you've been sick. You want me to help with him today? One thing I forgot to mention on the tractor repair, it cost $310. That seem like a fair number to you for that hard line? I have no idea what like a standard price would be, but I figure that's probably $100 for a line and $200 of shop time. I don't know. Anyway, just glad to have it back. Now, as far as putting the bed cover on, I actually usually keep it on there. I had to take it off when I was hauling some tractor attachments in the truck bed. I think I had the stump grinder in here. And put it back on because we're going on vacation. And I'm not a fan of vacations or any type of scheduled leisure. I feel like I should be working. But we go on this trip every year around the same time with the same group of people. And we're going to be gone 4 days. My wife says I'm not allowed to be on my phone or the computer for 4 days. So I may not have a video that whole time. I am going to schedule some of my short form videos. I love doing the shorts. I think they're a lot of fun. They tell a whole story in under a minute. I'll schedule some of those. But as far as recording long form videos, I won't be doing any for a little while. But I thought I'd let you know where I was at and why I wasn't posting. The other thing is, I've been thinking for a while about merchandise, t-shirts. I get, maybe once a week, I get a message asking if I have merchandise for sale. And I do, but it's just been my t-shirts that have the big Rock Hill Farm logo on them. And I'm not really crazy about that. I've been thinking what a person actually might want is a shirt that they would wear if they'd never seen my channel. So I had some designs made for some t-shirts that I just think are cool, even if you didn't, follow what I do. So the one I'm uploading to my store tonight is just a design that says, "That ain't going nowhere." It's got kind of like a tread pattern or like a worn look to it. I paid someone to design it, and I think it's a cool shirt. And I'm working on some other designs like that that are just neat little sayings that I like to say. So I have one more I've been debating bringing up. Had the vacation, the merch, and there was one more thing I was maybe going to talk about, and I think I'll wait. But I've got some more equipment that should be on its way that I'm pretty excited about, but I think I'll wait. I think I'll wait till it's actually here. I don't want to jinx it or ruin the surprise. So I'll be gone for a few days. I want to say, like always, that I appreciate you guys taking time to watch the video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.